Yep.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Welcome to another show of People UTRGV. Today is Thursday, September 14, 2017. My name is Andrea Aleman, and welcome to a series we are going to call People of UTRGV in Germany. As I mentioned last week, you may have seen on Facebook and on Instagram, or if you didn't see, I went to Germany with the study abroad program this past May. And in the next 5 weeks, I will be interviewing the amazing humans that went to this amazing trip with me. And I'm just glad that everyone was an overall nice human being and that everyone was able to hang out with each other pretty peacefully. So I would like to introduce you guys to two of the three guys that went to the trip in Germany, because there were only three guys and they had to deal with all the girl drama. But I think they had some drama themselves as well, but that's for another time. So before I continue and introduce you guys to the amazing guests we have today, I do want to say that I want to make a small disclaimer. Anything we say, like whether it be drinking or anything, it was legal in Germany. We were able to drink over there. So if we say that we had a beer or we drank tequila shots or whatever it may have been, it was legal while we were over there. Just a small disclaimer. So without further ado, welcome to the show, Jairo and Stingray. Woo!
Yeah.
So, how are you guys doing today?
Good. And yourself?
I'm good. Thank you, Jairo. How about you, Stingray?
I'm doing fine. I can't complain.
That's awesome. Now, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourselves, who you are, how old are you, what are your majors?
Heido,
Take it away, Stingray.
Nah.
Okay, can you tell us, Stingray, a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. I'm currently a sophomore doing a double major in marketing and film.
Awesome.
I think by the end of this semester I'll be a junior. With enough credits, yeah. So I'll be done with my basics this semester.
That's good.
Other than that, I enjoy making films from time to time. I just love the process, getting people together. Other than that, I love music. Always listen to music.
That's awesome.
24/7. Heido.
What about you, Jairo?
Well, hello. My name is Jairo Briones. I am majoring in business management, and I am a junior here at the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. For some of the things that I like to do is drawing, just being outside, being active. Mostly like all over the place, I would say. Not really have like a specific
thing.
hobby, just like doing whatever is in front of me.
What's your favorite type of music?
My favorite type?
Well,
Stingray,
you can go,
take it away, Stingray.
No, you go first and then we'll let Stingray talk.
Come on,
No.
Stingray. Take it away. Come on, Stingray.
I listen to a wide variety of music. I have one playlist that has about like 900 songs, like ranging from genres to like reggaeton to like hard metal rock.
Damn. What about you, Jairo?
Me, I like rap and hip hop and pop.
What's your
A little
favorite
bit.
artist at the moment?
At the moment, who have I been listening to at
Who's
the
your
moment?
favorite artist? No, what's your favorite artist?
Who have I been listening to? Oh my god! I think my favorite artist at the moment was Big Sean.
Big Sean?
Because those two songs, where I discovered them while I was in Germany.
Oh, really?
So I've been bumping that for.
So you really like them?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Would you recommend them to anyone else? Which songs are they?
Moves, and Jump Out the Window, and Bounce Back. Bounce Back's a good song.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, I love that song.
Now, you guys went with me in this amazing trip that we took, and we're gonna talk about it today. Before we begin, is there anything else that you guys would like to add? Any disclaimer? Anything that you guys like to say before we start the show? No?
I don't think so. I think we got it all.
All right. So I have with me today, I made a small scrapbook of the trip. So it all started. How did you guys find out about the program, first of all? How did you hear about it? Did you know Reto? Reto's the professor that took us to Germany, which he didn't really take care of us, but he was just like there. He was another one of the students. But anyways, he's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys know Reto already? How did you hear about the program?
Well, I was in the student union, and they had all the posters up like it's a science fair, and instead of it being a science fair, it was all the different international programs that you can, go explore. And I saw a lot of the business ones, and they were all like traveling to China or something like that. But Germany really caught my attention because I'm half German, and it was also for marketing. The class was topics in marketing.
And your major is marketing.
Correct. And that really interested me. And I got talking to Reto. We were talking about the program, and at first I was a little hesitant. I was like, how am I gonna get the money? Of course, this is the fall semester, and this is my first semester here, so I'm like, I'll think about it. I'll sit on it.
So you saw this and during the fall semester? So you waited like an entire year? Or like you were thinking
pretty much,
about it?
yeah. I was thinking about it, but I think it was around January or February where I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And so through work study, I just put money into a bank account and didn't touch it. It's really hard to do, but yeah.
What about you, Jairo? How did you hear about the program? Well,
I found out because my sister had told me that like you could do some study abroad. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but she just said, oh yeah, you can go and study in another country if you want. I was like, heck yeah. I never really thought about it until one day I saw the whole booths that were out there.
Yeah.
And I'd also seen posters about it too. I was like, let's go check it out. I mean, if
you have nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose, nothing to do that day. So I was like, I got to go check this out. See, that's the good thing about the student unions. They always have something going on over there.
Yeah.
And that's what's really good.
That's the best, yeah.
So I'm glad they had that. So then I was going there. I walked there towards the booth. I just went to every single one.
Really?
Just to get papers, just to
get information.
Just to get information from them. And well, I guess the reason why the Germany one caught my eye was because it was least expensive.
Okay.
And well, ended up talking to Reto about it. And from there, I was like, you know what? This might actually be, this seems possible to do. Like I had never in a million years would picture myself being in Europe or, going to Germany.
Or out of all the places, Germany or like Lüneburg. Yeah, how do you say the city?
I believe it's Lüneburg.
What about you?
Lüneburg.
I can't even say it. I'm too Mexican. Anyways, so a lot of things happened. So we started creating a group chat, which was we created a group chat, and then we started communicating with each other. And we're like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And you weren't actually in the group chat, Stingray.
Which I had no idea, but I thought. Because there was an email sent out to all of us, but I don't know if some of you guys already knew each other. I was like the lone wolf coming in, really.
And then Jairo, you found out about the group chat when we were like in a meeting. Yeah. They were like, we're gonna have a meeting, and so like you found out there, and that's when everything was coming together. Yeah. We were like arranging flights and everything. How was the flight experience for you guys? Because, we have to say first where we were going. We were going to do something before, something after. Jairo, would you like to say a little bit? Because we went to Prague before going to Germany. So would you like to, I don't know.
All right, let's see.
Say Prague. How we started planning out and like how was the flight, buying flights and trains and everything for you.
All right,
How's your experience?
So shout out to Dunya, by the way. She also introduced me to the group too. Because I saw her email up there. I was like, I have class with her. I'm gonna ask her about what she was up to.
Yeah.
So then so after the first meeting, we all got acquainted with each other.
Yeah.
And then right when it ended, we started talking about flights. We were like, what are we gonna book? What B&B was this? And it was so hard because everybody had like different ideas that they wanted to do, and it's really hard to like
come together.
Yeah, come together like for one idea. But yeah, it was for those like 3 months. It was just tense, waiting for that WhatsApp message.
Yes.
Like talking about like, they canceled this flight. You never know whether it was gonna be canceled or whether you're gonna get delayed.
If you don't know, I was the one that thought that we should go to Prague.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now. Yes, I was like, who came up with this idea?
We met. Well, Stingray didn't go to Prague because he had no idea we were going to Prague. I don't think. And he went straight to Germany, but we had the opportunity to go to Prague because I thought, I've always heard about Prague, and it's cheap. It's cheaper than the peso. Like, the coin is cheaper than the peso. They're coronas. And everyone was like, yeah, let's go to Prague. Like, out of all the random places in Europe, like, everyone was like, yeah, let's go to Prague. And that was, like, my idea. And I don't think anybody knows until, like, now that I'm saying it.
To the Česká republika.
Yeah.
Praha.
In the Czech Republic,
Czech
that's
Republic.
true. So, yeah, we decided to go to Prague, and we booked our flights. And then we went to Austin. We were going to fly out of Austin because we thought it was a cheaper idea. But honestly, guys, don't fly out from Austin. Just fly out from the valley. Like, it's not worth it. Just fly out from the valley. Okay, so we're going to come back to this a little bit. Now, Stingray, you were in the valley when you were leaving to Germany, right?
What's up, man?
Yes.
Okay, so what was your experience? You left from McAllen?
Yes. Well, I don't remember if I drove to San Antonio for my flight or I flew out of McAllen.
You don't remember?
No.
Stingray, how do you... okay, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I don't remember.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
But I know I had to fly to Toronto first,
Okay.
which was great, but also crazy because we were just circling in the air for about an hour and a half because we couldn't land. There was not enough space, or they didn't have whatever. And that's the YYZ airport, which is really cool because that's also a Rush song, and Rush is from Canada. But once I landed, I was in a rush along with a whole bunch of other people. You got to go through customs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'd make it okay. And then I got to... Where was it? I got to my gate and I sat there for about a good 30 minutes just waiting for people to board. This was a huge plane.
Yeah.
And from Toronto, I flew to Istanbul.
Istanbul,
What
out of
was
all
the-
the
what-
places.
what was
Yeah, and
like,
that was
dude?
actually a little scary because there was a lot of bomb threats during this time and stuff like that. But my parents were like, "Oh, we should try and reroute the plan and where you're going," and we couldn't because I think it was Berlin Air,
Oh, okay.
or one of those like German
Airlines?
that
Yeah.
had to stop in Istanbul. Like it was that, and then Germany. But and then after that, got to Hamburg, and Jonas picked me up
In Hamburg.
in Hamburg. Yeah,
Okay, so how long were you in Istanbul?
I actually found my gate, and then the Istanbul airport is amazing. They have like 3 Starbucks in this Istanbul
Right.
airport. It's huge.
Wow.
It's amazing. So I walked around for a bit wherever I could. And then when it was time, I went to my gate and flew to Hamburg. That was about a 3-hour flight.
Wow. And how long from Toronto to Istanbul? How long was the flight?
It was about 11 to 13 hours.
And what did you do on the plane?
I slept a lot.
Yeah.
Oh
I slept
my
a lot, yeah. Other than that, I enjoy like these long international flights for the airplane. They say, "Oh, airplane food," that old just
Like-
dead ringer joke, yeah.
Dead ring.
Did you actually like it? The food?
Oh, it was amazing because since we were flying into Istanbul, it gave me like something else to try.
Yeah.
It was a different taste. There was a lot of pickled peppers, like red bell peppers, and different things that I wasn't really used to. It was
Yeah.
different, but I liked it. It was definitely something that I would have again.
That's awesome. Now, we're going to go back to
Of course.
Austin. Yeah.
All right,
Jairo's
all
a little bit nervous to talk, but you're going to do great, Jairo.
Thank you.
So then we're going to talk about how we met, all of us in Lunenburg. I can't say it. I'm just saying Lundberg.
Lundberg.
I'm just going to say Lundberg.
Okay.
I'm sorry to all those Germans out there. So we took a bus.
Oh, the bus.
We took a bus. If you don't know her story, do you know her story?
Yes, a
We-
little bit.
We took a bus from here to San Antonio. We stopped in San Antonio and we took a bus from San Antonio to Austin. Now, what do you remember about this bus? Because it was Jairo, Dunia, and Leslie and I. And the thing was that Dunia was gonna give us a ride. She
Mhm.
was gonna give us a ride to Austin.
Oh, that's a really.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that.
And then turns out that she couldn't give us a ride. So then we were like, okay, so what do we do? So then we decided to go on a bus, which was super cheap actually. And we went to San Antonio and then to Austin. How was your experience on the bus? What do you remember about that small trip that we did?
What I remember was thinking, like, you know what? I'm going through with it. There's no going back now. Like, I
Yeah.
had to go through it. There's no going back. I'm not going to see the valley for at least 2 weeks. But the thing was better was I wasn't alone. So
Yeah.
that was the best part about it. So thank you, Andrea, Leslie,
you.
Dunya. Thank you for accompanying me.
Guys, Jairo is the most down to earth human. He is so kind.
She's lying.
He's so sweet. No, Jairo, you.
It's true. It's true.
It's true, Jairo. Don't tell
thank
me
you, thank you,
no.
thank you.
I'm not gonna lie to these people. What? I'm saying a nice thing. Am I not saying a nice thing?
You are.
Okay. Well, I like I said, I worked on a scrapbook based on the trip, and I'm gonna read to you what I wrote from that day. So we left on a Thursday, May 11th.
Thursday.
So we left at 8 a.m. I think. Yeah, 8 a.m. So this is what I wrote. On Thursday, we took a bus to Austin. We stopped at San Antonio, and about an hour and a half later, arrived to Austin. We took 2 metros in Austin.
Oh, that was fun.
We took
That was
2,
cool.
and then it started raining. You remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. We took 2 metros in Austin, which took us around the whole city. We traveled from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and when we got to the airport, we were exhausted.
Hey, shout out to that guy on the bus that was like, I think I'd move to McAllen.
That's true. He did say that. And I remember the guy, there was a detour. You remember that?
Oh,
and we
yeah.
made it to the airport earlier.
Oh.
That was the best.
It was cool though. Going through the metro, we got to see the city.
We got to see all of Austin.
We went through to UT Texas.
We
UT
passed by
Austin.
UT, yeah.
I think we went through the middle. No, I mean we were.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean.
So then that was that. We were really tired, I remember, because it was a crazy day. And then we finally made it to the airport where we met with about how many people? It was, here I have it, Diana, Dunia, Leslie, Jairo, Amber, Rigo, Cristina, Aurora, Pamela, Yvette, and Andrea. O sea, hace mí. O sea, hace yo. O sea, which is me. So all of us, we met at the airport in Austin. And then from there, we flew to Frankfurt. And then from Frankfurt, we flew to Prague. Yes.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
What did you do in the 10-hour flight? Did you eat and sleep like Stingray did?
Let's see. I tried drawing for a bit,
Mm.
and then I was like too a little like I couldn't. I don't know. I think I wanted to fall asleep because I was like, man, I'm kind of a little tired.
Yeah.
But I kept waking up because I mean I never slept on the plane. It felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's never been, and then it felt weird being up in the air.
It was. I didn't mind it. I think the food was really good, like Stingray was saying. I think we had goulash, and I didn't know what it was, but we had goulash. So then we made it to Prague. Would you have wanted to go to Prague if you had known that we were going?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah,
You
I probably would have enjoyed that a lot.
Now, do you guys think that the trip would have been different if you weren't with the people that we went with? Like if you were to go back to Lundborg, I can't say it, my God. If you were to go back, you were like, we all said we want to come back, but do you think it would be different because the people that were there made the trip for you? Like they were the ones that made an impact on you rather than the city? Or I don't know, what do you guys think? Tell me about this.
I think the thing was we're all in this new situation that we have to trust each other without knowing each other at all. And the best thing was getting to Lüneburg, and that first day of class, we're all walking around. It was like an instant click, and I think anyone else in that situation, if it was someone different, I think it would have had the same effect on them. It would have just been that instant. There's something there that we had no idea it was gonna click, but it did because we all have to trust each other and help each other out.
Yeah, exactly. I am so glad that I got stuck there. I got stuck there with you guys because you guys are great. All of you guys are really nice, and I am so glad it wasn't someone crazy. I mean, there were some crazy people on the trip, but I'm just glad it was you guys. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on from that. So we were in Prague. We can talk a little bit about that. What was since Stingray wasn't in Prague, we can just talk a little bit about it. But what was one thing that you will always remember from Prague? Like always. I remember, well, I'm going to say something. Jairo took a picture with a complete stranger, which I deleted from my phone because I couldn't have that in my phone. It was uncomfortable. He took a picture with this random guy.
I've seen the picture. The guy he has like a shaved head, right?
Yeah.
I even took a picture of this guy here. He's wearing a red shirt.
Oh my god. Okay, can you explain to us what's the story behind these amazing pictures that you took while you were over there? Now let me tell you as well. I'm sorry, I have like so many things. So many things happened during that trip. Jairo was taking so many pictures of us. Like he took so many pictures of us. He would take those candid shots. He would take
the group chat. Like at the end of the day, like day one in Lunenburg, you go back and you check the group chat and you're like, why are there pictures of me in here? And then the best ones were the ones that are just like the craziest things, like you're making weird faces
candid
or something like that. Those
were the
shots,
best ones, the candid shots.
Of
So
course.
Jairo, can you explain to us those pictures with strangers? Why? How did this come to you?
Okay, well, I guess the reason why I took the picture with the stranger was I was with a group now, so I felt comfortable, being more like I guess outgoing.
Yeah.
And I was taking a picture. I think of, I don't remember who exactly, but I was taking pictures.
Yeah.
Could have been either Dianis or Pamela.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was taking a picture, the guy was there, and he kind of got in the way. I was like, "Hey, you want to take a picture?" His name is Ari from Iraq.
Oh,
that's exactly what he said.
God.
Ari from Iraq. Ari from Iraq.
You'll always remember
I
him.
always remember Mr. Ari from Iraq.
Okay. Well, anything else that you would like to add from Prague? Anything that you remember that you always want to keep in your memory forever and ever? 30 years from now, when you listen to this podcast, you're gonna be like, "I want to remember this forever."
I think what I remember the most is I think the best part, well, to me,
yeah,
I mean, overall was good, but I think one part that'll stick out to me the most was how we were climbing up the castle. We were walking for a while, but we got to know each other there.
Mm-hmm.
And once we got on the top of where the castle was, and we got up there, it started raining.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cold, but I liked the fact that we were all there soaking wet together, just laughing and just chilling. Aww. We were just living. So it was just fun, no matter, even though it was raining, cold, yeah. Aurora carrying my bag under like a poncho. I made a trade with her. I made a trade with her.
What did you tell her?
I told her, Aurora, I'll give you my poncho if you carry my bag, which I don't think I should have done, but you live and you learn. You make mistakes. Shouts out to Aurora, though.
Shout out to Aurora. She's the best. She was so quiet, but whenever she would talk, she was like, okay. So I would like to say that there was about 17 people on the trip, right? How many people? It was. Let me look through the group chat. Can you name them while I find them? Or let me see.
Oh my god.
Go. Here we go. So it's Jairo, Stingray.
Yeah.
Hello.
Amber, Andrea, Aurora, Cristina, Diana, Dunia, Leslie, Maria, Mariela, Paloma, Pamela, Rigo, and Yvette, and myself.
16
people. So we were 16 people God, 16 on this trip, and about 12 of us stayed in Prague. And then the rest, Maria and Mariela flew straight to Lundberg.
Yes.
And then Stingray as well. And then Andrea and Paloma, they flew from San Antonio. Yeah.
I think they said they were in Spain too, no?
Yeah, they flew to Chicago actually, and then they flew to Madrid, and then they flew to Hamburg. Okay, so now let's get in with some questions. Oh my god, it's 4:54. Okay, I'm gonna play a song, and we're gonna take a small break, and then so that I can look at the questions that I have, and then we will be right back. Now, Stingray, you wanted an AC/DC song?
Oh, of course, classic.
Okay, so I have You Shook Me All Night. You Shook Me All Night.
You Shook Me All Night.
You Shook Me All Night. You want that song?
Yeah.
We're going to play You Shook Me All Night by AC/DC. So we'll be right back to people of UTRGV in Germany.
Yep. Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Welcome to another show of People UTRGV. Today is Thursday, September 14, 2017. My name is Andrea Aleman, and welcome to a series we are going to call People of UTRGV in Germany. As I mentioned last week, you may have seen on Facebook and on Instagram, or if you didn't see, I went to Germany with the Study Abroad program this past May. And in the next 5 weeks, I will be interviewing the amazing humans that went to this amazing trip with me. And I'm just glad that everyone was an overall nice human being and that everyone was able to hang out with each other pretty peacefully. So I would like to introduce you guys to two of the three guys that went to a trip in Germany, because there were only three guys and they had to deal with all the girl drama. But I think they had some drama themselves as well, but that's for another time. So before I continue and introduce you guys to the amazing guests we have today, I do want to say that I want to make a small disclaimer. Anything we say, like whether it be drinking or anything, it was legal in Germany. We were able to drink over there. So if we say that we had a beer or we drank tequila shots or whatever it may have been, it was legal while we were over there. Just a small disclaimer. So without further ado, welcome to the show, Jairo and Stingray. Woo!
Yeah.
So, how are you guys doing today?
Good. And yourself?
I'm good. Thank you, Jairo. How about you, Stingray?
I'm doing fine. I can't complain.
That's awesome. Now, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourselves, who you are, how old are you, what are your majors?
I don't
Take it away, Stingray.
Nah.
Okay, can you tell us, Stingray, a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. I'm currently a sophomore doing a double major in marketing and film.
Awesome.
I think by the end of this semester I'll be a junior with enough credits. Yeah. So I'll be done with my basics this semester.
That's good.
Other than that, I enjoy making films from time to time. I just love the process, getting people together. Other than that, I love music. Always listen to music.
That's awesome.
24/7. Jairo.
What about you, Jairo?
Well, hello. My name is Jairo Briones. I am majoring in business management, and I am a junior here at the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. For some of the things that I like to do is drawing, just being outside, being active, mostly like all over the place, I would say. Not really have like a specific
thing?
hobby, just like doing whatever is in front of me.
What's your favorite type of music?
My favorite type?
Well,
Stingray,
you can go,
take it away, Stingray.
No, you go first and then we'll let Stingray talk.
Come on,
No.
Stingray. Take it away. Come on, Stingray.
I listen to a wide variety of music. I have one playlist that has about like 900 songs, like ranging from genres to like reggaeton to like hard metal rock.
Damn. What about you, Jairo?
Me, I like rap and hip hop and pop.
What's your favorite artist? Welcome back to People of UTRGV in Germany. This is Andrea Aleman, and we have amazing guests today, Jairo Briones and Stingray Schuler. Woo!
Thank you.
Okay.
In an empty room with just 3 people.
Hey, it's still a party.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so we were talking about so many things before. Now we would like to make a shout out. Stingray, would you please do us the honor of making this amazing shout out, please?
Okay. At the university, there was more than just UTRGV there. There was LSUS, which is the Shreveport campus. So over there's Lisa, Pancake, and
Logan.
And Logan,
Woo!
yes. And then you have people at Tamuk, A&M Kingsville.
Woo!
And that would be Nico, Fred,
Andrew, Derek,
Arlene,
Monica.
and Mika. Yeah.
So we were
Nico,
just
we know you're listening.
And I think
Shouts out to
Nico's
Nico.
listening. He sent me a Snapchat that he was definitely going to be listening.
Okay, so shout out to Nico.
Shout out to Nico. Shout out to Tamuk, LSU.
Shout out to everyone out there who may be listening.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we were talking about our amazing trip to Germany. We have so many stories to tell, guys. Like, we don't have enough time. We only have like 30 minutes left. We've been talking all this time. So now let's talk about, we talked a little bit about Prague and we already established that. Let's talk a little bit about Germany. Now, we arrived in Germany, and who were your hosts? Who are you staying with? What was your experience with your host? Did you feel comfortable, uncomfortable? Who would like to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
This is something that they told me beforehand, so I'm just gonna protect their names, all of that.
Okay.
But it was a husband and wife. They had 2 daughters. They were they were young, like toddler age. And it was really great. It was like a three-story flat, kind of like a townhouse. And it was in the more rural part of town, you know, the one that hasn't been modernized. And it was so lovely because they were, you know, you don't, again, it's this idea that you don't know these people, but they're so inviting, and just it's heartwarming to see that, you know, people can just take people into their homes not knowing. Well, I mean, they sort of know who you are, you know. We send them an email beforehand telling them what we like and do. And it was just really great because most of them were either students. Mine was actually a professor at the university. And it was just really great because they were still young enough to relate with me. And it was awesome because you'd get back home and, you know, you'd talk to them about your day. And it was just really great because, you know, over a mere 2 weeks. Like, that's not a lot, you know? And I think the funniest thing, I think it was towards the end of the 2 weeks, I actually almost called them mom and dad.
Oh,
wow.
But it was funny. It caught me off guard that it's just such a loving environment over there. You know, I think even the students, you know, they were just happy to share Lunenburg with us.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. They were just, everyone was so welcome me. They were welcome you with open arms, and they were all so sweet. And even like my host, she was amazing. But let's talk about that another day with my other roommates. Jairo, what was your experience with your hosts?
Well, my host, thank you, Florian Friedrich.
Woo!
Thank you for taking me in your home. That's a lot of trust to do. So my experience with him was, you know, saw his email, we started talking, like, oh, hey, what's up, you know, introduced ourselves. Yeah, he was very inviting, calm guy, chill, like a real chilled guy. And the first time I was like, man, I don't know, like, I don't know if I'm gonna mess this. I don't want to burn like their house down or anything. I don't want to ruin their house. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
But on that, he was very inviting. He was very, very, you know, he helped me out.
That's good.
He helped me wash my clothes,
He
and he picked me up from from a trip, I think from Autostadt.
Oh yeah, on
From
Thursday.
Yeah, I think one of the funniest parts was one time. This is why I say I'm glad he stood up, like how should I say it?
It's okay.
Like he helped you out. He helped
Yeah.
you out.
Yeah, he helped me out, and he put up with my stuff because one time I had to set my alarm because
Yeah, at school.
we had school the next day because I was not gonna repeat a mistake of missing a class. I was not gonna do that again. And yeah, I had my alarm on. I would turn it on for 3 times straight, but he was already asleep.
What?
Like he was already asleep, and I would like turn it on 3 times to make sure because I was scared like I'm gonna miss the alarm. And I heard him like started like kind of like I don't know if he was swearing or shouting, but he started swearing in German, like in his sleep.
In his sleep?
In his sleep, I guess. I don't know. I guess he had like woken up or something. He started like saying something in German. I couldn't understand.
You didn't know, yeah.
I didn't know, and then I turned off
your alarm.
After I was like, okay, you know what? I think he hears. The next day, I guess he tells me, he's like, dude, you had your alarm on like 3 times. What the heck?
That's funny. At least you didn't lock them out of the house like Aurora did.
What? What?
Aurora looked at her guests, like her host, out of their house, and they were like, "Don't lock the door." And Aurora was like, "I'm so sorry." So funny.
What about you?
So,
Andrea?
anyways, my host, actually, I stayed with 3 girls, which you will meet in the next following weeks. Andrea, Paloma, and Mariela. And we stayed in the same house, and we had a host, but she wasn't there. Like, she lived outside of the city, so she was never at our house. We had basically the whole house to ourselves. It was like another Airbnb, basically. But you both had a bike, right? You had a bike.
Yeah.
You guys were like one of the very few people that had a bike.
Yeah, that's right.
To ride to school.
Chocolate. Yeah,
like my walk from my house to the school was like about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how fast you would walk.
Mm-hmm.
But you both had a bike. How was your experience from like riding from your house to the school? Anything? How was your experience?
Well, the best part about it was I had a woman's bike. And
Oh,
so I got
yeah.
I got a lot of
Hey,
stairs
look
in the
good, though.
city for that. Other than that, when you're going through the city center, it's all cobblestone.
Yes.
That's not it's not fairly good for your rear end, if you know what I mean. It really it took a toll. But no, I was happy that they let me use their bike, and was able to get to campus in like 5 to 10 minutes.
That's good. What about you, Jairo? How long did it take you to and how was your experience with the bike?
Oh, with the bike, it was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I was able to go everywhere. I was going everywhere through, not everywhere. Maybe I'm exaggerating
Yeah.
a little, but I was like able to like maneuver my way through. I was able to ride my bike on the street and everything. There was a
Yeah.
bike trail. It took me like 10 minutes just to get to the school,
Yeah.
which was really like, if I was in the, like, I would just take off. I know there's this one little hill, so I would intentionally like go even faster and give me like a little rush to,
Yeah.
to get the day going, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the bike was a great form of transportation when we would go out like during the nights.
Yeah.
That's why I guess I was able to like drop off, like go like to like a lot of places because I had the
Yeah,
bike
you
and
had
it
the
was so
bike.
easy, like just to go everywhere.
And you brought up a good point. There was a bike lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did that surprise you when you were there? Like, did you ever stand on the bike lane? And what did you do?
Come on,
Tell
Stingray,
us.
what did you do?
Well, the first day, I was biking with my host. He was showing me around. Here, this is how you get to school. This is how you do this. It was really great. But then I noticed, like, oh, we were only on one side. He was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is for pedestrians. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, we have pedestrian sidewalk and a bike sidewalk, and they're two different colors. The bike sidewalk was red,
Yeah.
and just don't stand in the red
Oh,
area
yeah.
if you're walking. Oh,
No.
my.
Yeah.
You will die.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't.
What about you, Jairo? Were you ever like standing there? and
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the time.
Yep. Once he brought up the bike pass, I was like, oh yeah, I remember like a lot of like some of us would like get in the way of the bike packs and you would hear like ring ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had to take classes while we were over there. What was your favorite presentation? What professor really got to you? Do you like, for the most part, we would stay up late. I don't know about you guys, but we would stay up late every night, and it was difficult sometimes. Well, at least for me, to focus in the classes and the professors and what they were saying. But there were some really good professors out there that gave us some insight in what they do in their class. Was there anyone that you really liked? Did you like their class? What they said? Anything?
I believe it was Professor Hofbein.
Okay.
Or yeah, and he did a lecture on international business negotiation, and it was really great because it was more than just that. I mean, it takes you really back to the essentials of learning someone's culture. Like, the president has someone that all they do is teach them about customs when they're traveling to different countries. How do you greet someone if they're a man, lady, stuff like that, which was really cool. And also how to, come into a negotiation and come out with what you want and not end up on the weaker side. Even though,
Yeah.
you want to be 50-50, it's never going to happen.
Yeah. What about you, Jairo?
Yeah, that class was actually the one that like really spoke to me, and I liked the activity that we did. We actually had to, negotiate something between the groups, and Stingray was holding it down in the negotiations. He was holding it down,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was probably like my favorite class.
Your favorite
Yeah.
class? Do you guys remember we had to do the egg challenge?
Oh yes, that one. Yes, that was fun.
Okay,
The very first
Would
day.
you like to tell us what we did, Jairo?
Stingray, what do we do, Stingray?
Okay, well, Jairo, Stingray.
We're given we're given so much straw, paper. What else did we get? A rubber band
You got rubber
or
bands.
string? We had
rubber band,
string.
string.
tape,
Tape, yep,
couple
tape.
other things, and we get one egg. That egg is our life, our baby. We have to protect it, and we dropped it from the third floor?
It was like the third floor, yeah.
Yeah, we dropped it from the third floor, and because over in I guess all of Europe, the windows open a weird way. It's not like we were on a balcony or something. We were literally just putting our hand outside,
window.
out the window, and it was a little scary, but it was really cool. That the windows can open like doors, and as well as like just
Yeah.
open like a regular window.
And what we did was, like, we had an egg and we had to put it in a like
use the
protect-
materials.
We had to
Yeah.
use the materials to like get it safely to the ground.
Yeah, so we dropped it from like a 3-story building. Mine was terrible. Who was the one that won? Do you remember?
I think it was. I mean, I think it was a
There's-
tie
yeah,
all
there's some
around.
groups.
Yeah.
Because we weren't
I know.
going to re-drop them.
Yeah, it was only one time.
Imagine. Like,
Okay,
I remember
guys.
Reto's rocket though.
Oh.
He had a rocket.
Reto, and because every school
Oh,
took
yeah.
a professor.
Mhm.
There was I don't know what his name was. I think it was I don't know. I don't want to
From
say
which
it.
university?
Yeah.
Schumann.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was the other guy,
Douglas White.
Douglas
yeah.
White. Yeah.
and they came together and they created one as well, and they dropped it and they created this rocket kind of deal. It was,
It was
cool.
cool.
It was cool. So we were at school for most of our time. I would say, like during the day,
Yeah.
we didn't really go out. Like, well, we did have time to go out during the city. What was the food like for you guys in the cafeteria? Because we would be given cafeteria food during lunch, and then at night we would go out to eat. Did you guys enjoy the cafeteria food? It was, yeah. Jairo.
Yeah,
What do
it
you
was
have to
good.
say?
I mean, yeah, it was really good. It was.
What was your favorite meal? What?
Oh, the favorite meal I think
Yeah.
was the currywurst.
Oh,
The currywurst
See,
is good. The
currywurst is
currywurst was
good.
good.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, the
Yeah.
currywurst was like the best one. I would always wait for like, oh, I wonder if we're gonna eat currywurst again.
What about you, Stingray?
I enjoyed it all,
All of
and
it.
I can't choose one. But if I were to choose one dish that I didn't think I was going to like, it was this Jello, and then they had this kind of cream thing. It was like a yogurt, but it wasn't yogurt. It was a little more tart than yogurt, but it was like an orange Jello, and it paired well, and I
Mhm.
wasn't expecting to like it. And I want to say there was this one drink in. It's not a food item, but it was a drink. It was a mix of carrots.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys
yeah.
which one was your favorite drink.
Trint.
Yeah, it was carrots and orange and
Oh my god.
and apples, I think, or something
It
like
was,
that.
good.
I think it was just carrots and
Orange.
orange.
Oh, so good.
That was the
Yeah.
best drink ever. I still remember the taste of it, and I want one right now. There was also another one. It was like kind of pinkish, reddish one that was vegan. It was like a fruit one. It tasted a little bit too much like mineral water, but oh, what do you guys think about like? Cause it was rare to find tap water there. Like if you asked for well, it wasn't rare, but if you asked for water, they would give you sparkling water.
Oh yeah, mineral Vasa.
Yeah. How did you feel about that? You would have to get water from like the faucet or whatever.
The first day, I was like, oh, sweet, they have a lot of water, and I looked at the label. I was like, what does it say? So I just took one.
Yeah.
It was mineral water, and
Yeah, they have.
I mean, I think I enjoyed it. What surprised me how cheap it was. You go into an Aldi and it was like 19 euro cents.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the amazing thing in Germany, they're recycling and all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You
It
pay
was awesome.
you pay more than 19 euro cents because there's a plastic tax. But if you return the bottle, you get that back. It's like 25
Yeah.
euro cents. Another really cool thing is a lot of the people, they would put the plastic or glass. I noticed the students doing this, and one of them explained that if there are homeless people, which I saw very few in
Yeah.
Lüneburg, but there
Yeah.
were
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
a
they kinda-
few people that I recurringly saw.
Ah.
But they said, the homeless people, we leave the plastic bottle outside the trash can. We don't put it in. So they don't have to go digging through the trash,
Oh, I didn't
and
know
it
that.
helps them out. It gives them a little money.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't. Where did you hear that from?
It was, I forget. His nickname was it Bear?
Bear?
Yeah, I think that's
Bear.
I think that was his. That wasn't his real name, but that's what we called him. That's what he asked us to call him. So
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I like the cafeteria food.
it was
was
it was
good.
like
Good.
it was your traditional
good.
German
Yeah.
food, and that's what I really enjoyed.
He kept us going for the day, that's for sure.
I mean, it was a lot of food. That's
Oh, yeah.
another thing.
Yeah, it was a
lot
lot
of
of food. Okay, guys. I asked a couple people if they had any questions for you guys. A couple of people that went to the trip with us. So now we have a question from Amber. Shout out to Amber. She's really
Amber.
cool. I
Hey.
have her for a class this semester. So, how
Amber.
strong of a bond did you both, Jairo and Stingray, make during the trip? Were you guys close? Who were you closer to? Who did you talk to more? I don't know. Tell me.
We didn't really talk
Yeah.
much. It was
No,
like
we
towards the
didn't.
end of the end. It was like Berlin, and like during those like the last week where we started to talk a little bit more. But I think it was. I mean, it wasn't like. I think just the situations. I think I was hanging out more with Pancake and Logan
Hmm.
most of the time, and then because I didn't. I guess like the first couple days I wasn't really associating with like the UTRGV
Yeah.
people.
Mhm.
He didn't like us.
Oh, it's okay.
No, I
go,
don't.
no.
I think I just want to get a feel for
Yeah.
it, you know. And it's also another thing if you didn't. That really surprised me. You know, they say that German people are really like really hard to like, I guess,
Oh,
converse
yeah.
with. You know, like
Yeah.
it takes them a while to get warmed up to you. And the students at Lufania University were just so great. I mean, just so inviting. I enjoyed it. I didn't see that stereotype at all. I mean, maybe in the older people you have that.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Jairo?
Hmm. The question was.
Who did you? Well, what was your like? The question was, how much did you guys bond?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, but who did you mostly spend your time with during the trip?
Ah.
Was it everyone? I feel like Jairo was just like with everyone.
I guess so,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
I just kind of, yeah, it was with everyone, I guess, but, I guess, yeah, I tried to, like, kind of be
Hang
more
out with
like
everyone.
everyone. If somebody would, like, be, you know, like, like kind of alone, be like, hey, what's
Yeah.
up, or, like, you know, everybody. I tried to converse with everybody, although I do regret not really conversing with, like, Tamuk as much.
Yeah, I feel.
Until, like, the very end, like, the very last day,
They were
right
cool.
before we left from Hamburg, we went to Hemingway's, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that was really nice to
I
see.
feel like they kept to themselves a lot more. Who knows?
I mean, you know, we all have our own.
Yeah.
ideas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
either way-
UTRGV.
Yeah. All right. So we have another question from Christina, and she says, "Do you have any advice for other guys going on a trip full of girls?" And she also says, "Any tips for keeping guys away from your girls at the clubs?" All right. So
Oh my
let's
god.
go through the first question. Any advice
asking the
for
wrong
other
person,
guys
Christina.
going on a trip full of girls? How did you guys feel? Like, it was only 3 guys from the UTRGB family, and it was all girls. The rest was girls. How did you guys feel?
I didn't realize that it was. I didn't realize that you said it. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. No, I don't think it bothered me at all.
Did
We
you hear
got-
more drama or no? No.
I mean, nothing to like write home about. You know, it wasn't
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But
Getting back. Ooh, did you see what I do?
you know, like, did you say my name? You like turning around, you know?
No.
Yeah.
Did you say my name? Nah, I don't think any of that was going on.
Yeah. What about you, Jairo? You were the one that, for the most part, spent a lot of time with us. Since we were in Prague, you had to deal with me
Oh my.
being,
Oh my god.
being mad on the train. Oh my god, guys! Like, we will talk about this on another show because we don't have enough time today. But we, on a day, like, it was a Friday, or it was one day, Sunday. I think it was Sunday.
Oh
We
yeah,
took
Sunday.
7 trains with my big, I can't say the bad word, but my big bag, and I had to carry it up and down the stairs. Like, I will rage about this forever. Don't take a huge bag to Europe. Take what you need, and that's it. Don't take extra stuff. Don't take anything that's not necessary. So I was so mad, and you had to deal with me. You had to deal with everyone. How was your experience? Like, in this trip, it was just you and Rigo.
Yeah.
In Prague. How did you deal with all of us? Like, I don't know. How did you feel? Was it normal? Was it okay?
It was. To be honest, I didn't even know what was going on with the drama. Like, I everybody was tired. I know that for a fact. Everybody was tired. Everybody
Yeah.
just wanted to get there. But I think the way I dealt it was like, I think it was
Yeah.
just, I was just glad that I'm here with everybody, not by myself.
Yeah.
And it was also just fun because at one point in the train, we were laughing, and like there was this German lady who knew some Spanish.
Yeah, that's true.
The word cerveza.
Yeah.
Like,
So
what's your-
funny.
cerveza.
That's all you
People-
need to know in any
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cerveza. Now let's go answer the second part of this question that Christina had for us. The question is, any tips for keeping guys away from your girls at the clubs? Now, can someone, or do you want me to explain it? What happened? happened. Okay, I'll explain it. So we went to Berlin for one weekend. The only
yeah.
weekend we were there. We went to Berlin, and the first night the first night, obviously, we stayed one night and we went clubbing. We went clubbing to Berlin, and Jesus Christ, never will I don't want to go back to another club in Berlin.
Hey.
Like, honestly, like, it was fun, but I did not like it. It was too many people. It was too crowded. I couldn't dance, and the guys over there, oh my God, like, I can't even. So, can you guys explain what happened?
Okay.
Okay.
So
Stingray.
what most of us were congregating. This club was like first time in a club, like best experience you could ever
Yeah,
have.
you're right in Germany, Berlin.
Right? You walk in, and then there's one long rectangle room, a bar closer to the entrance, and then a dance floor with the DJ that's elevated. And there's about 5 sections in this
Yeah.
one
Oh,
club, and
yeah.
you have to walk through the whole club to find them, and each one is playing different genres of music.
Yeah.
There's one that's playing more like pop music, and towards the end they did go back and like throw in some classics, which was really cool. So we're all in. Most of us are in this area, so we create our own circle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it ends up being like 2 circles, because we ended up with like all the girls in the middle, right? And then
Yeah.
all the guys
Around
Oh,
us.
yeah, to make a
around
wall.
us, because I couldn't believe these
Damn.
guys were so thirsty. Like,
Yeah.
it was
they were
bad.
persistent.
There's no other word to describe it. They were so thirsty. I don't know if it was because they could tell we were American, if we were good dancers, if it was like all girls, if we were doing the party, if we
Or
were
if
the
they
life
were
of the
drunk.
party. Yeah, like, but people wanted to get in our circle, and like, oh my God, it was insane. It was
And the
crazy.
worst thing is, it's not like, then it's not, you're at a club, it's loud, you don't want to talk, but all these guys do is they just come up to you and start grinding on you. It's like, come on. It's like, it was the worst. So, we'd be eyeing guys trying to come in, and we'd be like, I'm sorry. That's not happening. And, we had to throw some expletives in there. I don't remember this, but Pancake told me that one guy actually like pulled me by my shirt. We'll get to the shirt later. But this guy pulled me by the back of my shirt just to try and get in, and I don't remember that. I just remember, we got to make sure this circle is closed.
Yeah. How was your experience, Jairo? Like, I mean, Stingray explained it really good, but what did you think? What was going through your mind while you were dancing in this dance floor, and you're like, I have to protect these girls, or what was going through your mind? I don't know. It's just, what were you thinking?
Okay. At first I was thinking, woo, heck yeah, we're dancing, the music's awesome. And then you just start seeing these guys, they were persistent, and they kept They kept Stingray on your toe, they kept Stingray on his toes, they kept me on my toes, they kept Rigo on my toes. I mean, you just had to watch out, because you never knew they were gonna pull out like a sharp object. Or that was a pretty scary part.
Did they steal Rigo's
Oh,
wallet?
yeah.
Oh my.
Protect your wallets if you're out there, okay?
Yeah, like,
no matter
Rigo,
where
that
you
was,
are.
like, the
Don't ever
most
put your
stupid thing
wallet
ever.
on the bar top.
At
Just-
one point, it was so bad that the guys were around us that I put Rigo's arm around me to pretend he was like my boyfriend or something. Like, it was crazy that you couldn't even deal with it. At 3 a.m, I wanted to leave because I was tired, and Jonas tried to convince me. He was like, no, we're staying here until 5. Try to stay here until 5. We only have a couple more hours.
Granted,
was
we
like-
got there at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
We were there for that long?
Yeah. We were there forever. We left the club and it was already daylight. It was cold.
Oh, yeah,
It was daylight.
super
It was crazy. Will I ever go back to a club in Berlin? Probably not. But it's a cool experience, I can say. I went to a club in Berlin and I stayed until 5 a.m. It was daylight. Now, Stingray, you were talking about your shirt. I know you want to talk about this. We all want to know. Now,
Yeah.
Stingray was at the club and he had this button-down shirt. And at the end of the night, half of the buttons were undone.
I
Now,
mean,
can you tell us why, how did this come to be?
why? I mean, it's just a skill. You know when you're getting a little bit too sweaty, you need
Oh
to
my
air out a
God.
little bit, right? But
Just
sometimes
Stingray.
you get a little bit too sweaty, and then it's like, it's you're past your chest, and it's like, okay, maybe this is a little bit too much, but you're having a good time. You don't care. No one cares. And then you walk out, and it's like 50 degrees Fahrenheit outside.
Yeah.
I'm still have the buttons down, and then I think it was before I got on the train. I was like, oh, it's a little cold out here. My
Yeah.
adrenaline was coming down.
From
But
stopping.
yeah, it was funny. I think that picture is on my Instagram.
Is it? You guys should go check out Stingray's Instagram. Apparently, it's open to the public. It's not private. Mine is
Ooh.
private, but you can. What's your Instagram, Stingray?
It's at Immortal Legacy, and Immortal Legacy, I gotta spell it out because it's Immortal
Yeah,
is
I don't know how
spelled
to
with
spell
one
it.
M, so IMORTAL, and then another L, and continue spelling
Legacy.
Legacy, right?
Sounds good. Now, guys, we have 4 minutes. The time went by so fast.
Oh my
I'm so
God.
sad that this is coming to an end. Now, before we end the show, is there anything else that you would like to add? My question is, was there ever a time when you felt like, wow, I'm in Germany, I came all this way? Did you feel, I don't know, was there ever a time that you felt, wow, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm with all these people, I'm having a great time. I would never imagine coming to Germany out of all the places. When was this time for you? Did you have this experience? Any of you?
I think it was a Sunday in Berlin. I think it was after the
Oh, yeah.
after the tour, I think.
Yeah.
And they were like, go
Off
wherever
into
you
the-
want, even though all the shops were
into-
closed.
Mhm.
It was really great. I think I stopped for like a €1 ice cream somewhere,
Oh yeah, that was good.
and I was just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm in Berlin, guys. Just this is cool.
Yeah.
And it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
You
can't. I
reminisce
can't
about it.
explain it.
You can
It's-
explain it.
Yeah.
What about you? Anything you would like to add?
I recommend anyone that wants to experience a different way of life, go and do this program.
I really recommend it too. What
Topics
about
in
you?
Marketing by Dr. Redo Felix.
What about you, Jairo? When was this? Did you ever feel this way while you were in Germany? Let's get emotional, guys. Let's cry here
Okay.
right now.
I think really it was when we were just walking around Lüneburg, like as a group.
Yeah.
Like we were just walking, and we didn't have to worry about actual like school. It was already the end of semester. We were glad. We were just like we got away for a while from here, from the valley, whether it was from the valley or from Shreveport or from Kingsville.
Yeah.
It was just good. We were just living, just walking around the streets of Lüneburg, and
Yeah.
Eating together too, during those dinners.
Yeah.
The Turkish food.
Oh
my God.
Bodrums.
Guys, I think we're gonna have to do like a whole series of people of UTRGV in Germany like this entire semester. I feel like we have so many things to say.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Another thing I really enjoyed was the church bells.
Oh yeah.
Just so, I mean, where my host was
Yeah.
like right behind the church, and I could see the bell tower,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
it was beautiful, like waking up to the church bells and the birds. They had different kinds of birds.
Oh,
The
dude, the
birds were
birds are
so
always
were so
chirping.
beautiful.
And the weather. Can we talk about the weather? That was.
Oh my
It
god.
was great. It was like it
best.
was cold, but the sun was out, so you didn't feel
Yeah.
that cold. It was great.
Yeah, and I know they had said previously that the week before was kind of raining and cold,
Rainy
and
and
once we got
snowy,
there, it
yeah.
was like sunny.
It was great. It was a great experience, and I'm really glad that you guys came on this trip. I'm really glad that you guys came today to share a little bit about the trip, because I feel like most of us didn't have the opportunity to tell people exactly what went down.
Yeah.
a lot.
And yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to tell, and I mean, there's countless stories that we have to tell you guys. That's why this is gonna go on for like next 5 weeks or 4 weeks, and these guys have a lot of things to share as well. But I'm so glad that you guys came today. Thank you for
Thank you.
being here, for getting out from work, from I don't know, just coming here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrea.
I had
Yeah,
a great
thank you for having
Thank you.
us.
No,
Yeah.
thank you guys.
Thank you, thank you, everyone, for everyone.
Yeah, anyone listening.
Yeah.
If you're a student and you haven't done this program, think about it.
Yeah, think about it. It's a great opportunity. I'm so sad we have to go, but before we go, I know it's like 5:30 already. I don't care. This recording, I'll keep it forever. I can give you guys. I think I can give you guys a copy.
Oh, that'd be great.
But before we go, when you're listening to this again, 30 years from now, 20 years from now, 10 years from now, a year from now, say something that you want to tell your future self. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the future? Go, Jairo.
To my future self.
Yes.
All right. Oh God, I don't know what to say.
Anything
to myself.
Anything.
Just keep on living. Just keep living.
What about you, Stingray?
Wow. Oh man, wasn't expecting this one. I like the Nike catchphrase, just do it.
Oh.
Just do it. I like it too. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to People of UTRGV in Germany, this small series that will end in a couple of weeks. We're about to close the show today. Thank you for tuning in. We had a great time. Tune in next time with special guests. I think it's going to be Mariela and Paloma. It's going to be a great opportunity for you guys to find out more about our host and what we did while we were in Prague and all of the crazy adventures we did. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Have a nice day. I'll see you next week. Bye.